living in the...
We've done a fine job so far, according to Papa Sapes. 2 on the stream.
I gave that stream to them.
Nice.
But I didn't get any... I forgot to get any, like, stories. Backstories of the team. So maybe we can get a dark...
That's all right.
Straggler over here and interview him.
Yeah, we'll try to get some dark side. Can I see the roster? I like it when they laminate it.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, show Andrew so you know. Just play. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Look at these other.
They have a
but
big
no
team,
picture.
That's like
I
the
need
same
the
kind of setup that the Carlton team did. With the alternating.
Yeah,
colors
exactly. These guys have been
They
here
have,
before.
they have like 32 players on the roster, 31.
They always have a huge team.
Wow.
Which I wonder if that sucks like early in like so many people that never play.
Yeah. They could probably field 2 teams, 2 pretty good teams. 2 teams that would make nationals, I would imagine.
I don't know. You think their second team would make it?
I think
Very well. They'd have to do
possible.
well enough. Is there UNC State was their number 2? They had 2 in the region, right?
Oh, they only had 2 bids, huh?
Yeah.
I understand how the bids are allocated.
Do you guys remember?
Does it say who their captain?
The fourth bid went to Northeast. Who lost the extra bid?
No, I don't know how the current like bid system works at all.
So each region gets 1.
Each region gets 1, yeah.
So whoever
Jock
comes
finds
the
Leo.
top
Leo finds
seeded
Jason up the left
team,
sideline.
Leo
Leo back to.
the
Jason to
regional
Leo.
The regional winner.
Leo's looking for
automatically
Elliott.
gets
Got the
Gets
goal.
1. Well, let's wait. That's who goes, not how many people go. So at the end of the regular season, the rankings go.
Yeah.
There's 20 total bids. Yeah, 20 total bids.
Yeah.
1 per region. That takes whatever the first 8 off the board, or however many takes off the board.
Yeah.
And then it's just, if there's 12 remaining, it's the next 12 best rated teams.
Cool.
Top to bottom.
Get 1 for the region.
And get 1 for the region. So if the top 10 teams were Northeast, not that would ever happen.
Right.
But if it were to happen, right? Then if it's total 20 and they're like 12 automatic bids, all the other 8 would go to the same region.
All right, we're live with some half-field 7-on-7 mini. A hammer pull for Brown. It's the classic jersey versus the Dell's Lemonade jersey. Elliot Rosenberg on the disc. They call him Yut, as you can see from his jersey. Noah marked by Marty. And 1 breaks the mark. That's Leo
LG.
wearing the non-standard 51 jersey. Jacking the hammer out the back, looking for Henry, I think.
Nice throw.
Number 17 from Dark Side's warming up some fancy throws. That would be...
That's not his real number.
That's not his real number. Dark Side gave us their roster thanks to the parents of Dark Side, and it's a very large roster. At least 30 names on there.
Morning.
Good morning, folks.
Something like that.
The power do it, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get about it. Live on arrival. T-minus 6 minutes.
Let's go, BMO!
Who should today's pregame show be brought to our viewers by? Who should be bringing our viewers today's pregame show?
I think Kyle.
Kyle Washburn. Wait, what is it? 1 day advice? 1 day advisor. 1 day. Check. We're gonna go off script for this one. T-minus 5 minutes, folks. Jacques Nissen with the arm raised. He's had a fantastic tournament.
What's the area where North Carolina is? Like the Tri-City Loop?
Triangle. We can call it like the triangle. Attorney stats if you want to share.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's do the pregame show, huh?
Hey.
Hang on.
Welcome back to the pregame.
I gotta zoom out. You're good. Go back.
Okay. Welcome back to the pregame show. I'm Ben Saper.
I'm Ben Sprung.
We bring you here to the quarterfinal elimination game at the 2023 Men's Ultimate Frisbee College National Championship.
Excited to be here, bring you this elimination game on Sunday at Nationals. Brown versus UNC, the #1 team in the country. UNC's only had one meaningful loss this season. It's been to UMass, so pretty dominant season from UNC. But Brown is firing on all cylinders now with that pretty convincing win against Carleton in the pre-quarters.
Yeah, and of course this is a rematch of last year's championship game at Nationals, which North Carolina took home the gold last year. So Brown is looking to settle the score and get back to their first championship since 2019 to make it the 4th in school history.
Brown has a few players on the leaderboards for the tournament. We've got Leo Gordon with 17 assists, Jacques Nissen with 16 assists, and Oscar Lowe, who really turned it on yesterday with 6 blocks for the tournament. All of those in the top 5 or top 6. It's been great to watch. We've been really impressed with Jacques' play, I think. We felt he had a little bit of a gunslinger reputation coming in, but he's been incredibly stingy with the turnovers while generating tons of offensive yards, goals, and assists.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Yeah, our last broadcast here a year ago, Jacques was just a young player, and while he had the incredible throws, he let a few of them go into turnovers, and this year he's come back, he's a new player. He protects the disc, he's still got the amazing throws, he's touching the disc all the time, and he's really leading his team.
Well, thanks, and we're getting very close to the first pull. I'm going to step behind the camera. We'll both be on the play-by-play.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks to all the support from all the alumni at home. This has been the pregame show brought to you by Kyle Weisbrod, who's a financial advisor, who is a fiduciary, which means he has your best financial interest. He's required to do things in your best financial interest. Kyle Weisbrod, onedayadvice.com, O-N-E, dayadvice/BMO. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks. Let's hit the game.
Let's get the game on the road. All right, we got a UNC roster, so we'll do our best. And Brown is on offense to start. From left to right, Noah, Henry, Jason, Luca, Elliot, Jacques, and Leo. That's the starting O-line. For dark side, it's number 50 on the pull. That would be Matthew McKnight. It's his 4th year. We got a lot of noise here. We got some games behind us. The atmosphere is electric.
And as we were talking about pregame, North Carolina has a huge roster, 31 fellas on the team here. And they're going to make their presence heard on the sideline, while Brown tends to take the approach of resting their bench players to
Drop in the chat how the audio is, by the way, if there's any issues. Either the GroupMe or the YouTube chat, we should be able to see. Here we go, number 50 on the pull. Big inside out pull deep into the end zone. Gonna be caught by Noah. Center to Jacques on the goal line. Jacques looking upfield. UNC's playing man. Jacques swings it to Elliott. Looks like a flick man. Brown in horizontal offense. Elliott back to Jacques. Up the sideline to Leo. Has to make a tough grab coming back inbounds. Oh, excuse me, that was not actually the sideline. But in any case, Leo back to Jacques. Brown 10 yards outside their own end zone. Jacques looks off Luca, who was not open. Elliott's not open, and Jacques completes a tough outside in flick to the break side. Something's been called. UNC is playing tight defense here. Luca was covered on an in cut. We haven't seen that too much this weekend. That's a guy that's been open in general.
Here we go.
Brown's in a vertical stack here. Reset from the front of the stack. Jacques finding Leo. Leo finding Noah. Noah faking and pivoting. Noah looking for an option. He's got Leo. First point of the game if you're just joining us. 0-0, Brown on offense. Leo to Jacques. Contested catch. Jacques up the line to Leo. Leo looking. Wise decision not to throw that. Leo, little one to Jacques. Jacques covered by number 22. That's Lucian Knoll. Leo to Jacques again. Jacques getting the disc when he wants, as he has all tournament. Jacques to Leo. Leo to Jacques. Jacques to Elliott. Lefty to Leo for the goal. Brown holds to open the game.
Round 1-0. Great offense, taking their time, working it up. You love to see that, especially in a big game against a great team like this. You can come in with some nerves, and Brown didn't seem to exhibit those on that play.
Yeah, UNC was playing high-level defense, and Brown handled it very well, very well. Sometimes they had to go to their third option because the first two were covered, but a very composed point from the Brown O team. What did Coach Jake Smart tell us last night about his approach to the game, Ben Saper?
He said, like in Carleton, we should expect to see some of the O-line handlers switching sides and playing deep. That's not going to be the case on this first defensive point. We've got a lineup left to right of, oh yeah, I'm sorry, it is going to be the case. We've got Cal, Jacques switching over from offense to help get the early break. We've got Morgan, Ian, Oscar, Will, and Emmett, the freshman, to pull.
Emmett's been very impressive this tournament. We've got a lot of young talent on this team. Good to see. Brown.
I'd like to see Brown get a break early. Set this. Some people say the game doesn't really start till someone gets a break, and I'd like to get it started.
Here we go. Emmett with the pull. Ben Saper with the call. First D point of the game for Brown. Up 1-0.
And Emmett gets downfield. Morgan's on the mark.
Good Morgan! Run it in!
Emmett's guy. As we get familiar with some of the North Carolina players, we'll let you know who they are, but for now we'll be telling you who's on the mark. It's Ian.
Shout out to my mom. Hi, Mom.
Cal's on the mark. Ooh, and Doc now, marking on the right sideline, the near sideline. Cal now.
That's number 50, Matthew McKnight in the sun hoodie, getting a lot of touches.
Ooh, Oscar Lowe threatening, but doesn't make the layout.
Good D from Morgan, shutting down the deep cut in the back.
Dump. North Carolina's.
Damn it!
Oh, Morgan, another
Close on that in cut.
Ian's on the mark on the far sideline.
Ian Lasers had some big Ds this tournament.
And it gets swung across. Now Cal on the near sideline.
One of the bends has lower mic volume. Saper's mic is not working. Are you muted? Saper may have been muted. Thank you for the tips.
And Morgan's now on the mark. Emmett marking. Morgan again. And dark side with the post cut goal to hold and even the score at 1-1.
Thanks, guys, for the tips on the audio. It's 1-1. Both teams have held with no turns. in the face of pretty good defense from both teams.
Yeah, and these early morning games have been less windy than the evening games and the afternoon games. And that seems to be the case here, just a light breeze. So we expect these elite offenses to be rather efficient today.
Yeah, although the wind is gusty, and just as Ben was saying the words light breeze, as if to spite him, it gusted to a good maybe 15 miles an hour. So we'll see. There will be throws affected by the wind. And actually this direction is that Brown is going now is upwind for this game. So right to left, your right to your left is upwind. So both offenses have held upwind to start. And we've got the standard O-line of Jason, Henry, Noah, Luca, Jacques, who's playing his third point in a row, Elliott, and Leo Gordon, the team's Callahan nominee, representing number 7. Shout out.
Of course, Jock and Leo will be traveling to England this summer to represent the under-24 U.S. team at the World Championship.
Oh, wow, I did not know
London.
that. And the pull is up. Third point of the game. It's 1-1. Noah makes the tough catch. Centers to Jacques. Jacques to Leo. To Noah. Noah, nice upfield to Leo from the backfield. Leo takes the deep shot down the field looking for Luca for the goal.
And that was a deep shot that we wanted to see here, folks. Beautiful throw from Leo to Luca, making a wide open streak towards the near post of the far end zone.
2-1 Brown as Brown holds. Leo got the disc in power position. Let go a beautiful deep flick to Luca Duclos Orsello. Fun fact about Luca, he's trilingual, proficient in English, French, and Spanish.
Very cool.
You might see him at the World Bank one day. We've had reports of a shaky camera, and the camera is on 3 folding chairs so that we can bring you this view over sideline people. So unfortunately, there's going to be some shaking stemming from that.
Are you setting up the rotation so it goes to the
Right here?
No. It pivots up here. No, that's completely loose. Yeah. We'll do our best.
Leo crossing over again will pull. Oscar, Morgan, Will, Emmett, Cal, and Ian join him on the D-line for Brownie in motion, Brown men's ultimate. And the pull's up from Leo.
Shout out to Drew Rains.
Bobbled the pull, but now he picks up in the middle. North Carolina's gonna have to work it all the way up.
Number 80, the central handler for this point, is John McDonald, excuse me.
Morgan on the mark. Swings it far side. Emmett marking, back to Morgan's guy. Now Oscar low, he's gotten a lot of Ds. Oh, tough throw, but Will's on the mark on the sideline. North Carolina's looking inside out up the line, and a great bid from Emmett, but he's back up on his feet. North Carolina holds the ball. Ooh, Emmett is still marking here. Brown wants it.
Brown playing 110% on defense right now, flying around the field. Incredible bid from Emmett, inches away.
And that's us freshmen, folks. We're going to be seeing those flying around for years, hopefully.
Emmett Young, one of the team's wearers of the visor, the blue visor.
And after a brief stop to talk to the observer, they tap it back in.
Got a man
on the
going
mark. Oh, Ian bids, doesn't get there. Will on the mark. They switch. Ian's now on the mark. Emmett picks up the dump. Emmett on the mark, long arms and gloves. Now Leo marking. And it's a turn. North Carolina turns over the dump. Leo picks up and hucks it to Emmett.
Come on!
And it's a break for Brown. The first break in the game. And Brown is here to play, folks.
Let's go. Brown with that tight handler defense, forcing the errant swing pass. Leo Gordon, the Callahan nominee, picking it up and delivering the pretty cheeky inside-out backhand to Emmett Young, streaking deep. A one-throw score for the D team. Brown breaks to go up 3-1.
That's a lot of trust that the captain, Leo, is showing in the freshman there. The one-on-one matchup, well guarded. He doesn't care. He puts up the huck and trusts that Emmett will go bring it down, which he did. Incredible point for the freshman. The score, Dark Side 1, Brown 3.
We're going to get Jock coming in on defense now as Leo takes a rest. Emmett's going to stay out there. We've got Luca crossing over to play D. We've got Cal, number 2. We've got Ian Laser staying out. He had a great bid on the last point. We've got Oscar Lowe. He's leading the team in blocks. And number 8, Will Steinfeld, one of the D-line handler core of this team. Here we go, pull from Will. Brown running down on D, up 3-1 early. In this quarterfinal matchup, it'll be fielded by number 51. That's Kevin Pignoni on the dark side.
Number 50.
Cal on the mark. Deep shot, deep cut, shot down by Oscar Lowe, guarding number 10. Luca's man gets the disc. Ian's man gets the disc. Couple deep looks, doesn't throw him. Lefty backhand up to 51, Pignon. Give and go.
Will on the mark.
Will on the mark. Luca, dark side about 15 yards out. Luca on the mark. And the strike cut is complete for the goal. UNC holds, it's 3-2.
Dark side looked pretty strong on that offensive point.
Yeah, that was a downwinder. Brown got the downwind break.
3-2, Brown with the 1-point advantage early on and the 1 break advantage.
Yeah, the game opened with both offenses going upwind. Brown got the first break going downwind. Then UNC held going downwind, and now Brown's on offense going downwind, up 3-2 early.
Again, the wind has not always been a factor in this game. Remember, Brown scoring the upwind huck, which flew pretty smoothly. So we'll see how the wind becomes a factor in this game.
Yeah, it's the kind of wind where if you throw it right, it's almost easier to huck upwind because it'll hang in the catch zone for your receiver. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a few downwind hucks fly, be overthrows in this game. We'll see if that happens.
Hopefully not on this point, as Brown lines up on offense with Henry, Noah, Leo, Jock, Luca, Jason, the freshman, and Yut, Elliot Rosenberg. And it's up! The huck is up to Jock. The junior Wolves player brings down the disc in a crowd of 3 dark side defenders, and Brown scores on basically 1 throw.
Leo Gordon put it up to a streaking Jock Nissen out of the backfield. Jock outruns, outleaps, outskies 3 dark side defenders to bring it down with the lefty grab. Josh Zipperstein would be proud. Brown is up 4-2.
I'm proud too, because that call's got to be on a Callahan highlight video in a few years. Incredible grab by Jacques Nissen.
We're excited to make the highlight video. We just got to add some camera stabilization. And it's a timeout. A timeout has been called by Brown. I believe that is a timeout to rest some of these guys who've been playing almost every point. As the drone soars overhead menacingly on quite a tilt, but appears to be under control. Those drones Drones provide a little extra drama.
And Brown with the 4-2 lead.
On defense, going upwind, the wind is picking up here, I have to say. The wind's picking up. We got Leo Gordon.
You have to remember, you're standing on chairs.
I'm standing on chairs, yeah, maybe more in the wind. To be frank, part of the camera shake is that I'm cold and I'm actually shivering. Or maybe it's with excitement as Leo Gordon pulls it. Brown up 4-2. Ben Saper on the call. You do it.
And North Carolina number 80 gets it on the far sideline. Oscar Lowe is guarding. He's one of our best defenders. Oh, Ian was ready to grab that one. Ian picks up the mark. There's around to Morgan's guy. And now it's on the far sideline. North Carolina's looking for the reset. They
Leo
get
cut
it.
down a deep cut out there in the
Will
backfield.
now
Oscar Lowe is
marking,
last
and
back,
the Huck
and
is
Derek
up.
is meant to beat him.
But
deep, and they
Oscar
throw.
Lowe is on it, and he will not get there. North Carolina number 25 brings in the goal. That's Jaden Fagans, fourth-year player. Gets the deep cut, and a nice throw goes in there for North Carolina to creep back to 3-4. Brown still with the 1 point and 1 break advantage. For those of you that are new to Ultimate, of course, a break is when you score the points as the defensive team, as the team throwing off the pull on that point.
Leo's going to stay out there on offense, joined by Jacques Nissen, Henry, Noah, Luca, Jason, one of the freshman sensations on this team, and Elliot Rosenberg, the veteran. Elliot's a gamer. I don't think he's played very well this weekend. He's played very well. The observer is talking to Brown's O-line and making some kind of hand signal, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. As Brown completes the crump to ward off the Babadook, that means they're ready to receive the pull.
Last few goals going downwind here have been Hucks. Let's see if Brown follows suit or has to work it up. And the pull is off. Sprung will have the play-by-play.
Noah's going to let that one fall, bobble it a bit, pick it up, center to Jacques. Brown's in a horizontal spread stack look. Jacques doesn't like what he sees downfield, finds Noah for the reset. Brown a little bit trapped on the sideline here and going backwards. Jacques fakes and finds Leo. Leo's going to find Luca. Luca doing what he do, getting big yards on the under. Lua back to Leo. He's got Jason going deep. Wisely does not throw that. And he will throw it,
nice
zip it to Elliott on the sideline, who's right in front of us at midfield. And he's going to put it up for Jacques to the back corner of the end zone. Jacques is out of bounds. Well, we thought Hucks downwind might float out of bounds, and that one did.
And that's a really tough call there for Brown.
Yeah,
of course, we couldn't see from our angle how close it was, but the turnover here, the first from Brown's O team, offensive line, and they're going to need to get it back to prevent Darkside getting their break back.
It'll be Kevin Pignon picking up for Darkside as Elliot Rosenberg's on the mark.
Nice, Noah.
UNC's D team's going to have to go 70 yards upwind. Let's see if they can do it. Jacques Nissen on the mark. A break. And thought about hucking it, does not. Elliot's on the mark. Jacques on the mark. UNC not making much progress so far, but gets about a 15-yard in cut. Getting close to midfield, and there's the huck. There's the huck. Arcing in, it's caught by number 5 just short of the goal line. UNC looking for a break to get this game back on serve. Brown clamping down on the D. UNC 10 yards out. Dump. Swing. UNC playing that handler action.
Brown's running out of room to get the D.
Just about a yard out. UNC a yard out for a break. And there's a throw for the goal. UNC breaks back. We're back on serve.
Boy, UNC's got to be happy with that. That was a tough play for Brown. Big turnaround from a nice huck, what looked like was going to be a goal to Jacques. Goes out the back. UNC able to work it up the field.
Yeah.
Still, I think only each team with 1 turnover in this game. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. Both D teams have converted on their chances. We haven't seen Jock going deep too much this weekend, but he's gone deep twice already this game. He's made 2 catches. Unfortunately, the last one was out of bounds as Elliot Rosenberg's huck floated just too far.
And it looks like Brown has taken another timeout, potentially. Or North Carolina.
Perhaps, or maybe just making, I think just making full use of the however much time they're allotted between polls. Oh, no, it is a timeout. No, it isn't a timeout. The observer made the timeout signal. Jake Smart said, no, it's not a timeout, and now it will be a timeout called by Brown. Timeout on the field, 4-4. Halfway through the first half in quarterfinal action from Mason, Ohio, the 2023 USAU College Nationals.
I gotta say, I like the coaching so far from Brown. The line, he's really been putting the strongest line possible out there.
Yeah.
We've seen Jacques play most of the points. Leo's playing most of the points. And I think that's what's going to have to happen for Brown to have a shot to win this one.
100% agree with you. 100%. Those guys are going to get tired. But if Brown's going to win this game, they're going to have to play a lot. They look fresh, though. They look fresh. So Brown's offense has just been broken, and they need to hold here to make it 5-4. It's 4-4. We're on serve. Each team with a break early. 82 on the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Do you have the? It's going to be number 5, Andrew Lee, to pull for Dark Side. And here we go, 4-4, big outside in pull. Ben Saper on the call.
Noah falls on it, gets it to Yutt, Elliot, and Elliot looking for the inside out to Jacques. Jacques got a deep cutter, but doesn't choose to throw it to him. Back to Elliot. Elliot Rosenberg finds Jacques Neeson on the reset. Back to Elliot. Back to Jacques. Up line to Leo, and Leo with the huck again to Luca, and again Luca brings it down. Very similar to the play that Brown scored on earlier today. And Brown with the goal from Luca to Henry, the short goal after the big huck. Brown back up 5-4.
Leo Gordon has been on point with his flick puck so far in that game. Luca was pretty far down the field when he threw that, and he put a lot of edge on that so that it got to Luca quick. And that was a good throw. Didn't worry about putting him in the end zone, just worried about getting the disc to him before his defender could catch up.
And I think we're seeing Brown take advantage of the lesser wind this morning with a lot of more deep throws than we've seen most of the weekend when it's been a little gustier.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is probably more deep shots from Brown in this first half than we've seen all this weekend combined. Brown has their, what we might call the second unit out there on D. And we've got Riley, the freshman, number 67. We've got Theo, the senior, number 84. We've got Marty, the senior, number 22. We've got Adrian, he's gonna pull it. He's number 6. Caleb, number 30. Will, number 8. And 19, Matthias. Another veteran. Look for this team to play zone. We'll see if they do it. Here we go. Big outside in pull from Adrian. Fielded by number 15, I think, for Dark Side. And Brown is in zone. They are in zone. We'll see what UNC can do against this Brown zone. Brown giving their big guns a rest on this point. Put the zone squad out there, see what they can do. And so far they're doing well, as UNC is not making any progress up the field, only about 10 yards outside their own end zone. It would be nice if the wind would gust a little more as it's died down here at exactly the wrong time, but UNC looks flummoxed right now, and Andy coming close to that. And now they zip it through the cup for the big gainer. Brown's cup is resetting. Let's go, boys. Marty on the mark with those big long arms and a floaty scoober, but unfortunately nobody near that. UNC pushed back to midfield after that big gainer. Brown is making them work for it. UNC a little give and go. Number 50 touching the disc a lot, number 80 touching the disc a lot, and there's a throw to just outside the end zone. Brown staying in this zone, caught just shy of the goal line, and a quick throw for a goal. Brown throws the zone. It looked good. It looked good for a while, but UNC found their way through.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, UNC's they got good skills with the disc. You definitely saw that in that play. Just real steady, waiting to the open man, and then getting them the disc. Brown did some energy from their second line defense, but not able to force a turn there.
5-5.
Now Brown will march going slightly upwind.
And a pretty crisply played first half. We're on serve. Each team has a break. Some great plays. Big sky from Jacques. Some great hucks from Leo Gordon. Brown's best players playing at the top of their game. It's Andrew Lee on the pull for UNC. Big outside and pull. Ben Saper on the call.
And Leo fields it to Noah. Noah up the right side line to Elliott. It's a flat mark. Elliott goes around it to Jacques, who's on our sideline right here. He's looking, and he finds Yutt up line. Time to bake, says the coach. And Jacques gets it. Leo finds it up line to Elliott on the far sideline, about 5 feet out. And then Leo scores the goal from Elliott. That looked easy, Ben.
That did, but Jacques makes tough throws look easy. He broke the mark on an up-line cut to Elliott Rosenberg. That was an impressive throw. I was thinking to myself, I would not have thrown that, but he made that look like a 100% throw.
Yeah, you're right. That was a really nice throw. Elliott getting a few nice post cuts on that point, and then throwing the goal. Brown now up 6-5.
6-5 and looking good. 6-5 and coming alive. Michael Zura says they got to involve other players eventually. Not sure about that. Brown has their top guys touch the disc a lot, and the other guys kind of help out as necessary.
And pretty much on that offensive line, you see a lot of them touching it. Henry hasn't had a lot of touches today, but he's our big man. He stretches that defense out.
That's right. Luca gets a lot of in cuts. Elliott Rosenberg touches the disc a lot.
We got Leo, Oscar, Will, Ian, Morgan,
Leo Gordon with the pull.
Emmett and Cal coming down to try and force a turn.
Brown's going to play man defense here, vertical sack for UNC. It's Morgan Thane, 2 and 5 represent on the mark. Will,
and a huck.
And the backhand huck goes up. That might be too far. And it's caught with the half layout grab by number 6. UNC holds to make it 6-all. That's Dylan Hawkins with a nice grab in the end zone. He's a 5th-year player.
Yeah, that was a nice play. I said Brown made it look easy. UNC follows suit with a nice throw down the left sideline.
Yeah, nice outside in backhand. I thought it might be too far, but it wasn't. They got some fast receivers out there. 6-all in first half action in the quarterfinals. Brown 6, UNC 6, all tied up. One turnover apiece, 1 break apiece. Jake Smart stalking the sidelines. He's the coach, along with Nate. Out there for Brown, it's the starting O-line of Henry, Luca, Jacques, Noah, Elliot, Jason, and Leo left to right. Out there for dark side, it's going to be Andrew Lee pulling the disc. Kevin Pignon, Kevin Pignon, number 51.
Number 13.
He'll be around the disc a lot on the turn. If there is one, number 13 is Jack McCleary.
Number 16.
Number 16 is Grayson Trowbridge.
All right.
Let's see what Brown can do. Offenses look good so far. And here's the pull. Outside in pull coming in. And Noah is going to let it fall, stop it with his body. Center to Jock. That was a pretty good play. And Jock's looking upfield. Ooh, Jock a cheeky throw up to Elliot. Jock beating the poach there with a bladey flick. Elliot a floaty backhand brought down by Jason, who finds Luca. Luca's always open. Luca back to Elliot. Brown working upwind here. Elliot an inside break to Luca, who splits his feet with the front foot in the air, his back foot in the end zone. That's a goal for Brown, 7-6 Brown.
And another goal for Luca. Seems like all he can do is score goals out here. That was pretty. I like seeing that.
That was
Brown
pretty.
just hanging on, acting like they've been here before, which they have.
Yeah, and we saw again Jock helping getting Brown out of the shadow of their own end zone with a nice kind of half blade over some poaching defenders up to Elliot. It's a high degree of difficulty throw that he makes look routine.
And as Coach Jake Smart walked by, you could hear him say, "Do it, Jay." After which Jason Tapper, with the great inside cut, gets the break side throw and gets the ball moving down the field for Brown, initiating the sequence that led to that goal.
That's right. We saw a lot of players touch the disc on that point. Jason Tapper getting involved. Luca, as always, getting involved. Elliot, as always, solid play. Here we go. Brown looking to break for half. Up 7-6. It's going to be the freshman Emmett Young on the pull. Luca's crossing over to play D this time. And no Jacques, no Leo. Oh, Jacques is out there. Excuse me. Jacques is out there. Emmett with the pull. Ben Saper on the call. Brown's up 7-6. Looking to go into half with a break. And an offside has been called. A little too excited.
And offsides means that Brown's players started running before the disc was pulled. And that gives UNC the choice to take it to the middle of the field for advantageous position, and they inbound it. Ian's on the mark. North Carolina's looking. Now Emmett, the long arms freshman. Cal now on the mark. North Carolina resets to number 20 down the line. Number 21 on UNC has the disc to Ian's guy. Back to 21. Oscar marking. Goes to the far side with Luca on the mark. Luca crossing over, playing a D point. It goes up line. Luca on the mark.
So D by Will there on the offline cut. Somebody called a foul in the front of the sack. That's Ian and number 80, John McDonald. One of them called a foul on the other. Not sure who. Observer's going to come in to mediate and be waved away by Ian and John.
I don't think we've seen Luca in too many D points, but I like seeing it.
We'll zoom in a little here. Brown's making UNC work for it. See if they can get the... Oh.
And as we say that, UNC with the post cut and the upline flick for the score and the hold.
7-7. Brown coming out on offense, looking to take half.
And this is a big point. 7-7, Brown got the early break. North Carolina stole it back a few points later, and then we've been back and forth. So Brown can take this to half. That puts him in great position against the defending champs and number 1 seed at this year's tournament.
It's been a very well played first half from both teams so far. Brown starting O-line out there. Henry, Luca, Noah, Jacques, Leo, Jason, and Elliot. The sun's breaking through the clouds here. It's warming up a little.
You're still shivering? Is
No,
the
I'm
camera stability has improved?
shivering
as
no
Sprung's
more.
temperature
Shivering
has-
no more as we get past the 9 o'clock mark of this fine Ohio morning. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
It's mine. Pulls up from number 10 on UNC. Noah back to receive the Blady outside and pull. He'll let it fall. Fielded on a hop nicely to Jacques. First man runs by looking for that D, but it really wasn't there. Excuse me, that's Elliot Rosenberg with the disc. Now he breaks the mark to Jacques. Jacques looking upfield. He'll swing it back to Elliot. Brown is in a vertical stack. Jacques looks downfield, holsters it. He doesn't have much right now. He's going to look for Noah. Makes the grab past the bidding defender. Jacques gets the disc back, zips it up the side. Oh, and that's a turn. It's off Luca's hands. Luca had to reach for that one-handed and was not able to bring it in. Jacques really had to zip that up there. And that's the second turn of the day for Brown's offense.
See if they can get it back. Oh.
Elliott's on the mark. An around flick, the continuation. Leo's on the mark. UNC looking to break. Here, a big bid from Jason, but not quite able to get it. Here's a reset to Noah's man. Number 5 gets it right back for UNC. Noah on the mark. Oh, Jacques very close on that. But UNC. Oh! Jason Tapper to save the point. Jason with an incredible block on the goal line. UNC thought they had half, but Brown's O team gets it back, and the disc is in the hands of Leo Gordon. What a play by the freshman sensation. He hails from Atlanta, Georgia. ATL represents.
Incredible block by Jason Tapper.
Will Arnold would be proud. What a block by Jason Tapper.
Each team now with 2 turnovers.
Each team now with 2 turns. We don't know what the stoppage is, but Jacques has the disc on Brown's goal line. Brown's in a vertical stack, and they're having trouble generating in cuts because with this wind, it is hard to throw deep right now. Brown goes backwards to Leo in the shadow of their own end zone, breaks the mark. It's off Luca's hands, and he makes the grab. He tips it to himself. That was dicey, but we're okay. Jacques to Leo. Brown still deep in their own end zone. Leo looking, he doesn't have much. Breaks the mark to Jacques. Jacques zips it over to Jason. Jason to Leo. Brown's cooking now. Leo to Jacques. Jacques looking at Henry, puts it up for him. Henry is very tall as that disc hangs up. Luca's looking to clean it up. And it's a D and a foul called. Number 22 on UNC is there, but the man who the foul was called on is a guy whose number I can't read. Well, Jacques floated it up for Henry, and we'll see what happens on this call.
Luca was there too. Luca actually was very sure of the foul, so he may have seen it. I'm not sure. It was the offhand, maybe. We'll have to check the
Coming
replay.
to the observer, and Frito rules no foul. Thanks a lot, Frito.
Oh yeah, he's been observing for a while. And that's the second turn of the point for Brown as UNC picks up at their goal line.
Kevin Pignon picks up.
And calls a timeout.
Calls a timeout, 7-all. Little embrace from between Leo Gordon and number 10, Ben Dameron on UNC. Love to see that as I drop UNC's roster. Hopefully handed back to me by Ben Saper. Well, Brown's O team had their backs to the wall on that point. Jason Tapper saved the possession with a layout D on the goal line, preventing UNC from getting their second break of the half. And then after recovering the disc, Brown had to dink it around their own end zone for a while before breaking out. But the huck to Henry did not work out. UNC got the disc back, and they have to go 70 yards now, but they'll be looking for the break to take it into half. 7-7. Timeout on the field.
Yeah, you kind of got the feeling before that huck was thrown up that Brown's offense had finally got moving after UNC had them pinned in their own end zone for maybe 10 throws. But Brown finally started getting moving, and Jock put that huck up, which was a floater.
It was a bit of a floater.
I think Henry will grab that most of the time, but
yeah,
it wasn't a sure thing. And now Brown finds himself in the position of having to get a stop and put the ball in for halftime here.
UNC is going to come out with a split stack, 2 on the sideline nearest to us, 3 on the far sideline.
The game
Nobody
tied
behind
at
the disc.
7-7.
One reset off to the break side. Here's the in cut. It's complete to Lucas Mann. Next in cut is shut down by Leo Gordon, and the swing. And it goes! Brown! Picked up immediately by Elliott. Fakes with the left hand. Brown's about 15 yards away from taking half. Elliott sneaks it to Jock with the lefty backhand. Jock looking back for Elliott. Jock looking for Leo. Jock looks off Leo. Leo's trying to get open. Jock finds him. Leo looks off Jock. Resets to Elliott. Elliott's always open. Elliott to Noah. 2 yards out to Jock for the goal. Brown! 8-7 Brown! What a hold by the offense, getting the disc back twice.
And that is a phenomenal play. Brown somehow recovers the disc on a difficult swing throw from UNC that they just can't get to. And Brown picks it up 15 feet out and punches it in.
Brown takes half, 8-7. 8-7 Brown.
You got to be happy if you're Coach Smart here or a Brown fan to have gotten the half out with a 1-point lead. I think we're even on breaks.
We're even on breaks. 1 break apiece for each team. Jason Tapper with the play of the game so far.
Saving that point at the far goal line. What do they call that? The far corner.
Yeah, at the cone.
At the cone.
A layout D at the cone to prevent the break.
Thank you. These cones are rectangular, which really threw me off. But
yeah, Brown will pull starting the second half.
I really liked what I saw from Brown that half. I think there at the end, that last point, both teams kind of started to feel the pressure. And you saw 2 turnovers for Brown and 2 turnovers for UNC.
Absolutely.
After a half played with only, I think, 1 turnover each.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think when Brown got the disc back the second time, or when they got the disc back the first time, they played it a little bit as if they were a D team, but when they got it back the second time, they went back to their cool ways, punching in. I've been super impressed this whole tournament, but also this game specifically with Elliott Rosenberg, who's a third handler on offense. He's just, along with Noah, he and Noah, I guess, share kind of the third handler role, depending what Jock and Leo are doing, but he's been very steady. He's been breaking the mark a lot. He's been available on the resets whenever needed by Jock or Leo. And he's been playing fantastic this whole tournament.
I agree. Phenomenal player. From the furniture maker known as Yut.
So you got to feel pretty good about that half if you're Brown, but of course we are only on serve. What do you think about that call, the foul call that Henry called that Mr. Frito said no foul?
You know, I watch too much professional sports, and I'm just, without a replay, it's really hard from this angle to have any clue. I think on that kind of play, there's going to be contact, and from this distance, I just really didn't have a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think I trust the observer in that instance. There wasn't a blatant foul that I saw from here. What about you?
I agree with you. I think we were too far away to see if there was kind of a hand smack, but from this distance, we didn't see anything blatant. So.
And it's hard when the observers see the tall guy go up and the short guy get the block. It's kind of, I think you have a little internal bias.
I agree with that for sure.
Even though Henry is a great looking guy, the prom king of his high school.
If you're just tuning in, it's 8-7 Brown at half over UNC. This would be the upset of the season if Brown's able to hang on in this second half.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised here as
Got
we
some,
start to see.
Moms on the camera.
Okay, we got some moms with some cheers for the viewers at home, and we present BMO fans for their halftime entertainment.
I think just come on the field because I can't really.
Okay, now you have to go ready. So, all right, this is for the defense.
There we go.
Yes, for the D line.
For the defense.
Out there.
Do it for the defense.
All right, ready? Push him back, way back. Push him back, way back.
Woo! Mic them up, says the crowd.
Okay, for either O-line, D-line, we don't care. Here we go.
B.
Aggressive. B-E, aggressive. B. Aggressive. B-E, aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E, aggressive. Hey, aggressive. Go, BMO. Woo! All right.
Thank
Go team. Oh,
Hey, that was great.
Yeah, but there's the only ones I know. That is for the viewing audience at home.
Well, they saw that. That was very unexpected, but a nice treat from.
That was Liz, Luca's mom, and I don't think I've met.
She wasn't at dinner last night.
She wasn't at dinner last night,
so very nice.
If you're a parent
mom.
and you weren't at the dinner last night, we might not know who you are. It's actually always fun to guess based on the faces.
Right.
And I'd say sometimes we're right, sometimes we're not correct. Your son is Leon.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is they were approaching, because you had mentioned this. If Brown hangs on, this would be the upset of the season in college ultimate. This second half, I think you're gonna start to see some people floating over from other games as they start to get word that UNC is looking shaky against three-time college champion Brown University from Providence, Rhode Island.
Absolutely, I agree. I expect the sideline energy to pick up, and it is, as we say that, we've got starting to see some crowds filter in.
Of course, Brown a little insulted to be given the early morning spot on a non-showcase field. I'd like to show tournament organizers that they belong in the spotlight.
Let's go, BMO!
Absolutely. Brown's going to come out on defense to start the second half.
And halftime, as we mentioned in the last broadcast, has been shortened to 7 minutes.
Oscar Lowe, number 29, walks on the field. And I'm not saying he's going to get a block, but I think if Brown's going to win this game,
he's going to get a block.
He's going to get a block. Will's going to be around the disc. He's played great this tournament. I always forget Will's last name. Steinfeld. I believe his parents are both professors at Brown, or at least one of them. Oscar Lowe is number 29. Jason Tapper had the huge layout block on the goal line in the first half, is crossing over to play the defense. Love to see it. Ian Laser is another guy who's capable of grabbing a layout D at any time. Cal Nightingale, number 2, he'll be around the disc with a calm presence. And Emmett Young, the freshman, he is very springy with the long arms. And finally, we've got Leo Gordon, the team's Callahan nominee. He's out there on this very important D point to open first half. He's got the disc in his hand, looks like he will pull. This is going to be a man defense squad from Brown. Up 8-7. Second half action soon to start. 87 on the stream. Thanks for tuning in.
And as you see for North Carolina, they've got some legends of years past in their coaching staff now. You see them out there.
Yeah, we have, looks like coaching staff includes Matt Cucho-Hannes, David Allison, and J.D. Hastings for UNC.
Last year, that young man in the sunglasses there was cooking, if I remember correctly.
And as this day has heated up, the tilt adjustment on my camera has suddenly gotten very difficult. Oddly.
Boy.
In any case, we'll worry about the technical details.
I forgot to put sunblock on today, Ben.
That's an important technical detail. Here we go. Browns up 8-7, pulling on defense. Leo Gordon with the pull. Ben Saper on the call. As Leo goes with the, Ben Saber's going to apply sunblock. No, he's going to.
And North Carolina picks up Jason Tapper on the mark. North Carolina flattens it out. Ian. Ooh, Will. And Leo's guarding the deep cut. It doesn't go up. UNC swings it. Break throw, inside out. Emmett's on the mark, freshman. To the other freshman, Jason. These guys got plenty of energy. The baby-faced assassins. Ooh, and it's back to Jason's man.
Oscar Lowe is last back, and he's guarding his man under. He's daring him to go deep. Ooh, and there he goes, and Oscar
control.
Bodies him under.
Oscar on the mark. Up the line to Ian's man. Ian's had several blocks this weekend.
Cal's last back as his man goes deep, but the throw goes up.
And it's going to be a floater that Cal's going to have a play on if he can. And he has to jump early to try and get North Carolina to go, and he does it. North Carolina scores the goal and holds to even the score at 8-8.
That was Matthew McKnight bringing it down.
I like the play on Cal's part, especially getting in front. I don't think you need to jump quite that early.
I agree. A beat,
but
just a beat too early. But he got up well. He made the receiver make an athletic play.
Exactly.
8-8. Browns O team out on the field. Henry Egan, Luca Duclos Orsello, Leo Gordon, Jacques Nissen, Noah, Jason Tapper, and Elliot Rosenberg. Rosenberg. Noah is Noah Ball-Burrock. Hyphenated last names represent.
That's a strong name. Ball-Burrock.
Ball-Burrock. And the team crumps to ward off the Babadook, and they're ready to receive the pull. Tied 8-8 in the second half. Andrew Lee on the pull for UNC, going with that outside in Blady pull. Noah is going to let it fall, field it on a hop, and it gets away from him, but he picks it up and dishes it to Jacques. Jacques got Henry streaking deep, but a bunch of poachy guys in front of him, so we'll swing it to Noah. Noah looking upfield, looks off Elliot, looks off Leo, looking at Jacques, hits him. Jacques to Elliot, Elliot to Leo. Leo throw and go. That's Jason to Elliot. Elliot to Leo. Leo looking downfield to Jacques. He puts it to him, an inside out flick huck. Jacques racing towards the back of the end zone, makes the grab. And Brown! Brown holds 9-8. Jacques Nissen going deep. Leo Gordon putting it to him.
After the first half, deep shot from Leo to Jacques goes out the back. This one, Jacques able to stick his toe down and score the goal. A huge one for Brown to hold. Score is now 9-8. Brown with the advantage.
Jacques Nissen with the fancy feet. And he's able to tap the end zone just before the out of bounds line while he makes that one-handed grab.
Tap that all over here. Tap that.
9-8 Brown in second half action. Jacques is fast.
Jacques is really fast. And Brown's got their D-line out there with Oscar Lowe, Mr. Blocks, Cal, Morgan, Will Steinfeld, Martin, Ian Lacer, and Emmett Young.
Looks like Emmett's going to pull this. This will be a man defense from Brown, I expect. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not, actually, as Marty's out there, which often signals zone.
Marty, the fifth-year player, the only returning member of the 2019 Brownie in Motion Championship team. He's going to put that experience to bear as he gets down there to put the mark on. And Emmett's down, Morgan on the mark. Now Marty, big arms Marty, on the mark, and it goes across the field.
It is man defense from Brown. UNC running a vertical stack.
And Cal is marking the inside out break. Oscar Lowe. Ooh. And Emmett closes down, looking for the hand block. Oh, he's going to put the roof on it. Oh, and Cal Come on, Cal. And Cal now on the mark. Goes up the far sideline to number 25 on dark side. Dark side looking to hold. Down a point. Morgan on the mark, trapped on the far side, but UNC gets back to the middle, swings it across. They're getting what they want so far on this point. UNC knocking on the goal line here. Back to the middle, number 6. Finds number 50. Number 10 now for North Carolina. Throws up line for the goal, and North Carolina to 15 scores the goal.
That's Ben Dameron, number 10, throwing the goal to number 15, Rutledge Smith. As Brown was able to force UNC to complete a lot of passes to score that, but never got too close to a D on that point. Neither Jacques nor Leo were out there, which is good because they're both about to play offense. 9-9. 9-9 if you're... Ooh. And I did not have the external battery on. I just got the low battery warning, but I think we're going to check one thing real quick. As the phone got to 20% charge, but the external battery is now plugged in.
And again, shout out to Ben Sprung, not only your commentator today, but the man behind the operation with the equipment savvy. Setup, research.
Yeah, and thanks to the alums for funding the mics and the adapters and the tripods and whatnot.
What a great bunch of guys.
Brown on offense here. 9-9 in the second half. Here we go, pull from number 10 on UNC. He'll go with the inside out pull that will hang up there. Noah's probably going to catch this one, and he does. And it hangs up enough that the first throw is not there. And Noah's got to break the mark to Leo, which he does. Brown in their own end zone. That was a very effective pull by UNC as they decided not to throw the blade and threw the floaty one instead.
Ooh, go, Jake.
As Noah gets the disc to Jacques. He's got Jake going deep. He puts it to him. We've got two. We've got Henry and Jake back there. And Jason Tapper! Jason Tapper going into the goal, and UNC's called a foul on Henry. It was a 2-on-2 matchup. Jason Tapper going up with both hands. And we'll see. UNC's defender called a foul on Henry, and Jason came in and cleaned it up.
I don't think this call is going to stand. I think the contact between Henry and the defender on UNC was incidental, but
or at least kind of they canceled each other out.
I'm
not sure that was that was two guys vying for a spot. Here we go, hand signals to the observer. No foul. Goal stands,
and the freshman spikes it. Great catch by Jason Tapper.
Jason Tapper making plays. That's 10-9 Brown. 10-9 Brown. The game is on serve in the second half.
And I think that throw was to Jason.
I agree. I think it was to Jason too. Jason was streaking down the left sideline while Henry was looking deep more from the middle of the field. And I think Jacques saw Jason, and the throws to that end are, the flick throws are kind of hanging up if they're pointed to the left side of the field at all.
And Brown taking the 10-9 lead. Looking to score 5 more to advance to the semis.
Yeah, at this point in the game, Brown's got to be thinking, if the O stays perfect, we'll win. Jacques going to stay out there on D.
And I like that, because despite what you're saying, that if they stay perfect on O, they win, I like Coach Smart's aggressive tactic. This elimination game, I want to see the studs out there. I want to see the horses. And Jacques Nissen, the leader of this team. It's important to have him out there. So we've got Oscar, Cal, Ian, Morgan, Jacques, Emmett, and Will Steinfeld with the pull.
Shout out to Dale Riley. I remember you, Dale. Nice to see you tuning in.
Nice pull, but North Carolina fields it. Gets it out of the end zone.
Good Will.
And now Ian on the mark on the far line. Is North Carolina going to be tempted to huck?
Ooh,
And
Will
yes,
almost there.
they had an open cutter, but they still knock it around. North Carolina's looking downfield. Cal on the mark, number 2. Who from Brown wants the D?
Oscar again daring his man to beat him deep. I think he knows who on UNC is a thrower. And the guy with the disc right now does not look like a guy who's comfortable throwing it deep. So Oscar's going to play his man underneath. He's got the matchup with number 10. That's Ben Dameron. He's one of UNC's main guys.
Yeah, and I think Oscar also not having a block yet in this game is like, fine, throw it deep. Let's see if he can get up.
Jacques is also last back and underneath his man. Brown is really daring UNC to throw it deep.
I'm not sure what the call was exactly, but they're going to get it back in bounds here with Emmett Young on the mark and Will Steinfeld guarding the reset, number 80 from UNC.
It's 9:30. We're an hour into the game. It's 10-9.
And Will, but they get the upfield post cut. Will closed in the mark, and Emmett's back on it. Inside out. Ooh, one-handed catch by number 6. And he's looking to score, but he dumps it back. Number 80 for UNC, looking up line. And North Carolina scores the goal on Morgan.
And a beautiful no-step break mark backhand from number 80, John McDonald on UNC.
So these are 2 of the best teams in college ultimate, and they are going back and forth, 10-10 now.
We've got Patrick making our way over to our sideline. He's unfortunately sidelined with an ACL injury, but we look to see him take the field next year.
And the strong parent section singing the Hellfish chant.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
And
Round
as
out.
we predicted, the crowd, the sideline is starting to fill out. The 10-10 game between the 1 seed and the 7 seed of the tournament. Of course, Brown being the 7 seed, finishing second in their pool to UMass, beating Carleton Cut in the quarterfinals yesterday to arrive here in a rematch of last year's championship game.
Brown looked great against Cut. They've looked great today. It seems like they're peaking at the right time. Brown's O team is out there. Jason Tapper has made some great plays today. Luca, Noah, Henry, Elliott, Leo, and Jock. 10-10, midway through the second half. UNC to pull. That's John McDonald on the pull. Or excuse me, Matthew McKnight on the pull. Noah's going to let it roll. It gets by him. Did they touch it? Did they touch it? Did they touch it?
They did. Yeah.
They did touch it. Trouble for Brown as they touch the rolling pull. It goes out of bounds. They're going to have to put it in deep in their own end zone on the sideline. Elliott to Jacques to Leo. That was a very nice dump swing, and Brown is almost out of their own end zone, and now they are. What calmness from the Brown O team. No problems. No problems there. It's Jason Tapper on the sideline. Back to Leo. Leo looking for Jacques. Jacques going to go upline back. He is unguardable in the handler space, ladies and gentlemen. And he's, ooh, I thought he was going to throw it deep, but he didn't. Let me zoom out a little bit. Jacques to Leo. Leo looking downfield. Brown's in vertical stack. Leo floats it too high.
Oh,
Leo floated it too high. It popped up in the wind. And Brown's O team is going to have to get the disc back.
Well, I would have liked to see the second effort there from Luca. Could have caught that disc if he had sprinted from the beginning, but
yeah, hate to say, I agree with you there. Here we go, immediate hook,
and it's gonna be Jacques.
Ooh. And UNC scores for the break to take the lead, 11-10. Tough one for Brown.
That is a very tough point there. Yeah, when the wind becomes a factor, I want to see every player on the team race into that spot.
I agree.
And Luca could have had a play on that disc. Unfortunately, he didn't think he needed to.
Yeah, we're seeing those flicks to that side of the field. They tend to hang up in this wind.
And UNC with a nice break there to take the lead. They're in command now at 11-10. Brown will send their offensive team out there again. Maybe it's unclear if they're going to take a timeout to spell them a little bit and give them some rest.
(11-10) UNC, second half action.
And you can tell that allows Dartmouth to take a big deep breath. I'm sorry,
Dark side
to take a big deep breath after.
They are not used to being down in the second half for sure. But they've turned it around here. Brown's going to look to hold to bring this game to 11-11, and then they'll have to get the break back to win.
Now Brown will be on offense, going down slightly downwind. Wind is not a huge factor, but of course on that last play caused a upwind throw to float a little high over Jason Taffer's outstretched arms.
Yeah, the wind's been on and off here today. It's off right now. It was on for that point, but at this moment it's off. The O team is ready. UNC ready to pull. UNC with the pull, Ben Saber with the call. 11-10 UNC, second half action.
And it's centered to Leo. And Jock goes deep. Leo finds Noah on the near side. And Jock gets it on the in-cut. He's looking. He sees Elliott. And it's a blade from Elliott across to the middle to Noah.
Visionary throw to Noah.
And now Jock with the blade to Elliott for the goal, and Brown holds with some fancy disc work, some nice bladey throws to break the UNC defense and put it in relatively quickly.
11-all. 11-all in the second half. Brown to pull.
Now Brown, the team that's in need of a break, a stop on defense, and a score. So we're going to see what Coach Smart has in mind for the lineup that he wants to achieve that with.
We've got Marty with some height out there. Ian Laser, Morgan Thane, Will Steinfeld. Oscar Lowe, Cal Nightingale. One of these guys, and Emmett Young, one of these guys we hope is going to get a block. 11-11, second half. Brown is down one break.
And I'm no ultimate expert. In fact, I forgot most of the rules, but in my opinion, I'd like to see Jock out there or Leo or some of that crossover that we saw in the first half. At 11-11, you only have so many opportunities left to get a break. And if they get the turn here, I think you might want to get a timeout and get a play.
I agree.
Can you sub on a timeout?
I don't think so, unless the rules have changed. Here we go, Will on the pull. Brown runs down. Brown kind of pulling upwind here. And it's man defense. UNC's in a split stack. An in-cut as Emmett flies by. And there's a deep puck. Looking for number 10, and it's caught. It's caught for the goal for UNC, 12-11. That was Ben Dameron with the catch on the spike.
And that was a good bid from Ian Laser. Not able to get his hand on the disc. I thought he might have done enough to distract the receiver, but it's not, and UNC puts it in to take the 12-11 lead. And Brown will come back with their O-line.
UNC's O-line has only made one mistake all day, and it was on a dump that went awry. Brown's O-line has only made 2 mistakes all day. But that's enough for UNC to be leading here, 12-11. As we enter the end game. It's only an hour and 10 minutes since game time, so I don't think the cap is really going to be really going to affect the game. But of course, we'll keep you posted on that.
And we just heard from North Carolina Stars, number 50, that we're doing great commentary. So I guess we're not too biased, and we appreciate our Triangle area North Carolina viewers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's great for Ultimate how that region, how that area has committed to growing the sport. Awesome to see. And number 52, Bailey Roberts on the pull for UNC. Brown's O team to receive. Ben Saber on the call.
And Noah's gonna control and center to Jacques. Jacques is looking to hammer down the line to Leo. And that was a risky throw.
Not afraid to throw the fade.
Back to Jacques. And Jacques has a lot of throws.
Yeah, Jacques continuing to play incredible, making high degree of difficulty
And
throws
back to
look
Jacques.
routine.
A little challenge on the reset, but he's got it. And he floats it out to Leo, rips it out of the air, and sends it down line to Jason. Jason centers it back to Leo. Just ripped a huge grab to save the possession.
Yeah, Leo really showing his athleticism there. Throw hung up and against
And Jacques, looks for Leo, who thought about trying to milk the goal, but has North Carolina there. And he centers it to Jason Tapper for the goal.
Brown holds, it's 12-all, 12-all. Wow, we saw two nerve-wracking. We saw it had a Jacques to Leo, kind of a fade down the sideline for about 35 yards, and then Leo to Jacques, and then Jacques to Leo, Jacques to Leo, and then Leo to Jacques. Leo kind of hung up a flick.
And it looks like Jacques now catching his breath on the line as Coach Jake talks to him. I imagine it's whether Jacques wants to stay out there and feels like he has the gas to finish this game playing D and offense.
Yeah, 12-12.
And it looks like
he's going to
go.
Jacques and Leo. Oh, he's running to the bathroom. They're both running to the bathroom.
What? Jacques and Leo both running somewhere.
I think they're going to the bathroom. Or, no, they're not.
Yes,
they are.
Going to the bathroom. We don't know what the breakfast was served at the hotel, but
I guess it wasn't steel cut oats.
I guess it wasn't steel cut oats. Because the Browns' 2 best players now are in the porta potty as they prepare to go down on D here.
From left to right, we've got Oscar Lowe, Ian Laser, Marty, Morgan, Emmett, Cal, and Will with the pull. 12-all. Brown coming down on defense, trying to get a break back. Picked up by UNC, centered to number 80. Morgan on the mark. Marty's going to chase down number 50. Brown's playing man defense.
Yeah, Will.
This is Kevin Pignon coming to play. We don't always see that, and the throw goes up. It's a pretty good throw. Number 6 rises up, makes the grab with the left hand. Josh Zipperstein would be proud, and that's a goal, a hold for UNC. It's 13-12. 13-12 UNC.
As Leo and Jacques run rather quickly back from the bathroom.
Must have been the coffee. 13-12 UNC. Brown coming out on offense. Thanks for tuning in. Quarterfinal action at 2023 Nationals.
And really kind of showing off the stamina. Doing a little quarter-mile porta potty jog during the D point. Jacques and Leo are back on offense.
Yeah, it would have been nice if those porta potties were a little closer.
I mean, I would have just dropped trow, to be honest, on the sideline. Like, get your players.
It's Nationals, baby.
But that's why they don't let me into these types of things anymore.
Brown out there on offense. Jason Tapper, Noah Ball-Burke, Jock Nissen, Luca Douglas Orsello, Leo Gordon, Henry Egan, and Elliot Rosenberg.
Oh, difficulty controlling the pull, but now it's centers to Jacques. To Elliot. Can you call?
Jacques to Elliot. Elliot looking, he's got Jason for the in cut. Jason up to Leo. Leo looking downfield. Now looking for Jacques. Now looking for Elliot. Now looking back to Jacques. He's got him. Jacques looking downfield to Elliot. Jacques, Elliot, Leo working that three-man game. Jacques the hammer to Luca for the goal. 13 all. 13 all. Jacques finds Luca doing what he do, scoring goals. Jacques doing what he do, throwing precision hammers. It's 13 all in the quarterfinals of Nationals. Brown, UNC. People are starting to filter to the sideline as word gets out that we've got a barn burner here on field number whatever it is. 13 all. Game to 15. We don't know if that's win by 2 or not. It's been a fast game, so maybe it's not.
And this is what we expected to see here. A very strong D line that's gotta get a break here or the next point. It's gonna be Jacques Neeson, Leo, Elliot Rosenthal, Will Steinfeld, Leo Gordon, Emmett Young, and Cal
Nightingale.
Of course, Cal, growing up in the UNC area, played with many of these guys in high school, and looking to get a little revenge for last year's knockout game in the championship.
That's right. Brown matching up on D here. They'll play man defense this point. UNC's got the hand in the air. Leo Gordon on the pull. Big inside out pull that'll flatten out and hang up in the air as Brown runs down on defense. Will on the mark. Deep shot is looked off. UNC doesn't take a lot of deep shots on offense. Ooh, Elliot almost on the in cut. Elliot Rosenberg giving his all. Jacques on the mark now. There's a dump around, nicely delivered, using the wind to hang that disc up. Ooh, a near drop. But UNC maintains possession. That's Oscar Lowe, the defensive star, on the mark right now. Oh, and Elliot! It's picked off by Elliot Rosenberg. Brown is in business. Leo Gordon and Jacques are on the field. Brown D team has the disc, looking to break to go up 14-13. To Leo. Leo to Jacques. Jacques looking deep, holsters it. Jacques looking for Leo. Jacques to Leo. Leo looking downfield. He's got Jacques in the front of the stack. Jacques fakes. Leo to Will. Will with the steady hand. Oh, and a D as Will throws it. Cal was not open, unfortunately. A golden opportunity for Brown. Unfortunately, they're not able to punch it in. Jacques on the mark. Will dump defense. Will on the mark. Back to Jacques' man. Bid by Oscar Lowe, not able to get there. And a pick's called.
Great awareness on the D from Elliot to go up and grab that. Definitely a highlight reel defensive play.
Yeah.
But the little swing pass to Cal, incomplete from Will, unfortunately.
Ben Dameron with the disc for UNC.
See if Brown.
Matthew McKnight downfield. Kevin Pignon downfield. Dylan Hawkins first in the stack for UNC. Here we go. Disc is live. UNC trying to hold to make it 14-13. There's a break mark swing. Ooh. A reset. The bodies are flying around there. A tough inside break. Completed about 10 yards out for UNC. It's a reset. They lost a lot of yards there. Jukes from the front of the stack. The throw is complete. Ben Dameron looking downfield. A little Flip delivery to Kevin Pignon. Travel called, he walks it back. Fakes the hammer, fakes the inside flick. The dad backhand throw to the corner for the goal for UNC. It's 14-13. Brown had the disc on that point with their top guys on the field. Not able to convert. That one hurts, Ben Safer. That one hurts.
Man, that one really tough. Of course, UNC taking the 14-13 lead. And yeah, that one really tough because UNC doesn't turn it much. And when they do, you want to convert. And Elliott with a great deed. It looked like UNC had an open man streak into the end zone, and they tried to throw it over the stack. Elliott with great awareness and athleticism goes up, gets the steal. And Brown just not able to get very far before a turnover on the swing pass, and UNC punches it in.
We're going to try to get some information for you real quick. Do you know if it's win by 2?
It's not. If it's 14, that's universe.
Okay, thank you.
It's game.
It's game to 15, folks. It's game to 15. 14-13. Brown needs to hold and break to win. Yeah, timeout on the field looks like. Timeout Brown. Timeout Brown. Well, Brown had the look they wanted. They had the disc on D with their 2 best players on the field. And unfortunately, things didn't work out. But they've still got a shot. They've been here before in the regional finals against UMass. In a tight game late, they came back. They're going to have to come back here.
All they need to do is score 2 in a row.
All they
UNC
need to do.
just needs 1.
171 on the stream. Thanks for tuning in, folks. 14-13 UNC in quarterfinal action. Brown receiving. We got the starting O-line out there for Brown. Jason Tapper, the freshman sensation. Noah Ball-Burke, Henry Egan, Luca Douglas-Orsello, Leo Gordon, Elliott Rosenberg, and Jacques Nissen. Out there for UNC pulling is Ben Dameron. Other players include Matthew McKnight, Jack McCleary. Here we go, Dameron on the pull, Ben Saber on the call, 14-13 UNC.
And Noah will field the pull. Noah catches.
Doesn't like it, finds
Gets it to Jacques. Jacques looking. He swings it back to Noah on the right side.
Pick called, pick on the field.
Thank you.
Brown's in a vertical staff. We've got Luca last back here. Henry in the lane. Henry guarded by Matthew McKnight. Noah Ball-Burke with the disc. Jacques is guarded by number 5, Andrew Lee. Leo is guarded by number 7, 7-on-7, Eli Freed.
And it's in. Noah gets Leo. Leo's looking for Jacques. And he gets it up line. Someone's open. It's Noah. Noah's got Henry. And Henry's going to score the goal for Brown to even it at 14-14.
Universe point coming up. Brown's O team punches it in.
UNC with the poach D to try and get it from Jacques. Leaves the man wide open across the field, and Jacques finds Noah, who finds a streaking Henry. Easy goal for Brown, but this next one's not going to be easy.
All the marbles, it all comes down, every track workout, every practice to this 1 point at Nationals.
Every meal at the Ratty.
All. Yes, Kyle, it is double game point. That is what we are told. Personally, I'd love to keep it old school, win by 2, but it ain't. Game point, double game point, 14 all. Who's out there for Brown? Elliott Rosenberg's gonna cross over and play D. Leo Gordon, Oscar Lowe, the defensive star. Will Steinfeld, Emmett Young, the freshman sensation. Noah Ball-Burke crossing over. No, that is Cal Nightingale. He's a D handler, and Jacques Nissen, he's had a magnificent weekend. A magnificent weekend from Jacques.
And Brown needs a break and a score to banish their foes. Both teams just looking to get this point and advance to the semifinals.
Here we go, Leo Gordon on the pull.
The 7 seed pulling to the 1 seed.
You doing it? Me? Will on the mark, number 80 with the disc. Kevin Pignon with the disc for UNC. Out to 15. Elliot Rosenfield on the disc. Cal on the mark. UNC in kind of a horizontal stack. Here goes the deep cut. Here goes the throw. It's up.
Game. This is for
Emmett's
the game.
got a chance. And it's caught for the win by UNC. Tough one for Brown, but they gave it their all. They left it all out there on the field. Almost an incredible upset. 15-14, UNC wins.
And that's a tough finish to a great season for Brown, pushing the number 1 seed, defending champions, to the brink, leading in the first half with a break, and ultimately giving up 2 breaks to North Carolina, who gets a nice deep cut, and a sky grab the disc over the freshman Emmett Young, and that's going to give him something to put on the bulletin board this summer as Brown looks to improve and bring back an extremely talented group. They're losing some very valuable senior players, of course, but the future is bright for Brownie in Motion as they circle up. North Carolina's got to breathe a big sigh of relief, and Brown's going to have some emotions to deal with. As we all know, it's the end of, for the seniors, the end of a long journey, and it's really tough to swallow.
Yeah. Brown's season started out a little unevenly, but they peaked at the right time. They knocked off UMass in the regional finals. They beat Carleton in what I would say a dominant display in pre-quarters, and they just went toe-to-toe with the best team in the country, falling on Universe Point. It would have been nice to meet them later in the bracket, but that's not always how it works out. And a great showing by Brown. And as you said, Ben, the future looks bright. A lot of good young players. There's 1 more year of Jacques. That's exciting.
And I expect him to mount a strong Callahan campaign.
I agree. But yeah, you feel for those seniors and those super seniors on the team who are leaving. It's a tough way to walk off with a really a heartbreaking loss, but they can be very proud of what they accomplished this season and what they accomplished at this tournament. People are thanking us for the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. We love doing it, and it's no fun without an audience, so thanks so much for joining.
Thanks a lot for joining. And,
should we wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up.
Yeah.
Unless you want to leave it on for singing.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Should we leave it rolling? So
Leave it rolling.
yeah, we'll bring the mics. Okay, and we'll leave it rolling. All right, we're going to sing at some point. So we'll leave the stream rolling. I'm going to mute myself for now, but I'll unmute if and when we sing. I think we got to let the team have their moments before any such things are considered. So we'll just leave it rolling. But thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Ben Saber, thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
It's been a lot of fun. This is like our new thing. We did it last year. We're doing it this year. Hopefully we'll do it for many years to come. And it's a blast. It's a blast,
pleasure.
Man. Having a second career. You know, you don't get a lot of second chances in life, but we're having a little second career in college ultimate.
Much love to you and all of our fans and audience members out there. Again,
Oh, that's cute.
what did he say?
Stevenson's.
And yeah, thanks so much, everyone. Going on mute.
Yep. All right, I'm muted. Man. We have some new information. Talking to Leo's mom. Leo's coming back for a 5th year, so the Leo and I'm sorry, Leo's aunt, and so the Leo and Jacques show will continue. we're unmuted for some live alumni and team singing action.
Got a lot to be proud of, boys.
Loud and proud. To be proud of.
You mic'd up? You mic'd up?
We are mic'd up.
There we go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Wait, is mic is...
We'll be careful, we'll be careful.
Yeah, you gotta hold it, you gotta hold
Emotion, the best team of them all. In the sun we have won, in the rain we prevailed. What a good bunch of guys! All hail to Brownie Emotion, the best team of them all. 1, 2, 3, wow! And a lot of wet eyes in that group, and you understand why after years of forging friendships and putting in the work together. As you said, the track workouts, the weightlifting, the eating right, spring break trips, road trips, tournaments, years and years, and these guys are going to have friendships for the rest of their lives from this experience, just as we, Ben Sprung and Ben Safer, do. And it's just a beautiful thing with a definite bittersweet taste after Brown falls to North Carolina in the quarterfinal game, 14-15 to end their season. As we walk back to the camera.
We walk back to the camera. Nice to see the old tradition staying strong with the singing. We added a little leg kick this year, a little kind of Irish style dancing. I liked it.
Yeah, but
And yeah, as you said, Ben, it's an incredibly emotional moment. It's not just the end of your college ultimate career, it's the end for a lot of these guys of college and the start of their adult lives.
hate to see it.
Hate to see it.
Just
Welcome to the
Welcome to the real world.
yeah,
Get a job, Gord.
As you said, Ben, these are lifelong friendships that these guys have formed, and as we learned out, a lot of them are going to be in the same cities, and they'll continue to see each other for a long time.
And of course, Jacques and Leo, as we mentioned, are off to Junior Worlds, under 24 Worlds this summer, and they will both be back on Brown's team next year, as will the large majority of contributors. So I'm extremely optimistic that the championship window remains open for a very strong Brown team coached by Jake Smart.
Absolutely, and you know, as we said, we're grateful for all the alumni support, but we only had 4 alumni out here, so we'll be looking for a stronger showing next year.
Maybe they'll do it in a fun city like Austin. Or something.
Exactly. Let's hope they have a fun and easy to reach city. We'll be back. We're thinking already about the next technical upgrades. I feel like we got the audio dialed in this year.
Yeah.
Next thing is the camera. Next thing is the camera. So we'll see what we can do. All right. Thanks, folks. For
Goodbye.
Ben Saper and Ben Sprung, we're signing off.